Hey everyone, Craig with Single Length School here. Welcome back to this week's episode where we're going to cover our last part of different types of swings and how you can do it. So what do you say? Let's get started and jump in. Alright, so if you guys are new to the channel, this is your first time visiting, or you've been here before but haven't yet subscribed, do me a favor. Hit the subscribe button down below, hit the notifications bell right beside it so you guys know when we release a new video. And don't forget, you can always follow us on social media. Over on Facebook and Instagram, it's at Single Length School, and over on Twitter, it's at One Length School. And if you want, you can send me an email, singlelengthschool@gmail.com. So let's dive in a little bit. So we've already done two parts talking about different types of swings, and basically all of this came to fruition because of you guys asking about different types of swings, specifically a lot of swings with single length or one length clubs. So week one, we talked a little bit about the Mo Norman single plane swing and a little bit about that. Last week, we talked about the Kirk Younger method. And this week, unfortunately, I had to find a different method. A little bit of an accident at home, no fault of my son's, but as you can see by the picture I'm about to post, I broke a toe. I kicked the back of his foot as he stopped in front of me walking at the house. So that kind of limited what I could really look for and really do in terms of looking at a swing. And don't get me wrong, I'm not out here trying to perfect or promote any type of swing. With one length or single length clubs, I want you to get comfortable with your swing as it is to start with. The clubs are going to immediately, or should immediately, help lower your scores. So with a broken toe, I couldn't put a lot of weight on my toe. I still can't. So I'm trying to find something that I can have a little more weight towards my front foot because it is on my right or my rear foot in my swing. Something where I don't have a lot of weight on my toes, different things like that. And listen, I'll be the first one to tell you, the first two methods we tried, I worked on for about a week. I did see some results. Now, they weren't consistent because I'm not consistently in the program. I'm not consistently focused on learning those methods. And this one I'm about to talk to you about is no different. So this method, I was actually reached out to by a guy on Instagram. He reached out to me. His name's Rock. Rock teaches what is called the Lean 7-2-1 method. And what the Lean 7-2-1 method is it allows you to preset, similar to the Mo Norman method or the Kirk Younger method, get your weight set, kind of turn your shoulders a little bit to set up for a draw. This one has a little more flex in the knees. Again, it's a wide takeaway. It's more of a single plane type takeaway where it's wide, the front arm stays locked and solid, and your wrist kind of cock naturally once you get to the backswing. So I had a couple discussions with Rock, through email and a phone call, and he gave me 3 quick tips through an email, and he gave me 3 quick tips over the phone, and took it to the range yesterday before league, just trying to figure out the toe, and I could definitely see how the swing method would help and how it can help. So I'm actually going to take it out on the course here, show you guys some shots with it, hit a couple irons, hit a driver here or there. Same thing, we're going to be on 16, 17, and 18 at the home course here, just for the simple fact we've got junior golf out on the back, so we're going to, and the front's actually pretty packed, so I'm going to get a couple holes in here, show you a little bit about this method, then we will come back, wrap up our whole idea of different swing systems. So let's get going, let's go hit some balls. All right guys, the 16th here at my home club. As you can see, shorter par 4 uphill. I think we visited this before in the past. So let's talk a little bit about the 7-2-1 method, the Lean 7-2-1, and some of the tips that you get from Rock. Now Rock doesn't have anything online yet, but if you guys want to reach out to him, let me know. So with the 7-2-1 method, again, it's very similar to some of the other swing methods we looked at. You set up with irons, ball kind of in the middle of your stance, and then what he wants you to do is bend your knees a little bit, get comfortable, turn your shoulders, and then grab the club, leave your back arm trail. from here, he wants you to bump your hips forward a little bit. So now you've got your weight on your front foot. Then grab the club. And on takeaway, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go straight back, keep this arm straight, try and get it up under the chin. Then we're gonna let our wrists go. Then from here, our legs are staying stable in this position and we're releasing through the ball and finish off. We're trying to get the belt buckle pointed towards our target. So that's really quick breakdown. And when he's talking 7-to-1 method, what we're talking about is if you lay a clock on the ground with 12 o'clock facing your target, he wants you to think about swinging, taking back at 7 o'clock, and then on your follow through, coming through to 1 o'clock, 7-to-1. So again, guys, the clock facing your target, take your club back at 7, and when you're coming through, take it to 1, 7-to-1. Let's hit some shots, see how it goes. We'll talk through it a little bit. Okay, so set, arm straight, turn the shoulders, hips, grab, all right, not a bad shot. The only thing I didn't account for was the draw. This is set up to help you hit a draw. So I did hit a draw, just missed the fairway left. Let's go up and hit our second shot. All right, guys, this is where the first shot ended up, about 5 yards left of the fairway. Again, I didn't account for the draw, which wasn't thinking, but we've got about 80 yards or so to the pin uphill. But again, we're gonna try that same method. I'm gonna try and let not get as much on this one, see if I can't stop it. Normally this is a 64-degree wedge. I'm gonna hit my 60, just try and get it up on the green, give us something to putt to. So again, if you guys aren't paying attention or kind of miss some of the steps, ball, middle of my stance, turn my shoulders, keep this arm straight, kick my hips a little bit, and then grab with the bottom hand. Now this should produce a draw, should get us to the green if I lighten up enough. And remember, on the swing, try and keep this front arm straight until it gets under your shoulder and then let your wrist cock naturally. So let's see what we can do here. It's on, let's go take a look. All right, guys, so the second shot, a little left as well. I think that was probably more to the slope. Distance control, not too bad. I'm on the green, 27 feet for birdie. As you guys can see from those first two shots, the 7-to-1 method is pretty good at producing a nice draw, getting that right to left ball flight. So let's see if we can at least par. I want to try and get this close, get it in, and we'll actually jump over to 18 and we'll play 18 the whole way through. So let's see what we can do. Nice painless par, nice and easy. Let's head to 18, get the driver out, and see what 7-to-1 does with us, or for us, with the driver. All right, guys, the 18th, the short par 5. This is going to be the last one we walk through today. Show you some swings on this one. It's getting a little warm out, so again, let's tee it up. Let's see if we can play a little draw here, or at least somewhat straight, and see if we can't get it in there, maybe make a birdie on the short par 5. All right, so again, guys, his tips for the driver in the 7-to-1 method are the same as the irons. You're just moving the ball forward. So again, you get the club out there, turn your shoulders, have those knees bent a little bit, turn your shoulders, press your hips, grab from behind, and again, keep this arm straight and through. All right, so same thing, real simple. Club down, this front arm straight, bend those knees a little bit, turn the shoulders, press the hip, grab from behind, arm straight and through. absolutely crushed. I just didn't play enough draw. Let's go find it. All right, guys, so unfortunately, didn't count for enough draw. Hit a hard patch down in the weeds, so figured I'd bring it back out here in the fairway. 150, this is about where the ball went in, but just want to show you guys a little bit, one last good full swing here with the pitching wedge. So I'm at 150 into a little bit of a wind. With a draw ball flight, it's going to carry a little bit more. The ball tends to go a little bit further with a draw ball flight. So pitching wedge is normally my 150 club. I'm into the wind, so this should be perfect. Pin's kind of set back there on a back ridge, so I don't want to go too long. But let's give it one last swing, and then I'll give you my final thoughts. All right, I left that one out to the right plate, a little more draw than what I needed to. Still not bad. I'm gonna putt a couple out and we'll wrap up our three-parter on different swing styles. All right, guys, so as you just saw, we wrapped up a little test with what we call the lean 7-2-1 method. So let's take a look at the last 3 weeks, what we've worked on. We worked on the Mo Norman single plane swing. We worked on the Kirk Younga single plane swing, and this new one that I was reached out with, the lean 7-2-1, which tries to get you closer to a single plane swing. So first of all, let me be honest with you guys. I didn't put in all the time necessary to truly learn each method. The reason being is middle of the season, I wanted to get you guys some different options for you guys to take a look at and just test some things out and see what works. So what I will tell you is each week, I spent a week with each method. Now, the filming usually happened midweek, so usually 2, 3, 4 days of practice with each method before I put it into play. The only exception to that is the 7-2-1 method, which I just started yesterday. So I had a driving range session yesterday, 9 holes in league, and then today. So here's my thoughts, and here's what I want you to know, is that there is no right or wrong way. There's no right or wrong way to swing the club. Now, obviously, there are some things out there that you shouldn't be doing, but what I've learned from testing each 3 of these methods is they're all trying to get you to the same impact position. Impact is key when it comes to your swing. So, do you want to learn one of the single plane methods? Possibly. Do you want to learn the 7-2-1 method? Possibly. It's up to you. But for you to truly get the results and truly get what you need out of the new swing method, new swing style, whatever you want to call it, you need to take the time and actually learn it. And a lot of times, YouTube isn't going to be the place for you to learn everything inside and out. So for instance, with the Mo Norman method, Todd Graves is out there. You can reach out to him, check out his website. Kirk Younga, same way. He's got a website. You can do online lessons with him. Now with Rock and the 7-2-1 method, a little bit different, not in the same boat, but Rock is more than willing to work with you guys. So if you want more information on the 7-2-1, reach out to me, let me know. But here's the key, guys, and what I've learned is trying those different methods, there are some things that I've incorporated or tried to incorporate that I want to incorporate into my regular swing. Now, if I had the option and I was to tell you right now I was choosing one of those swing methods for me moving forward, it's going to be the 7-2-1. In 2 days, it was much easier for me because it's so similar to my normal swing as it is. So using the 7-2-1 method would allow me to actually not variate far or not go very far from my normal swing as it is already. Another thing I want to tell you guys, for those of you guys that have reached out to you know, explain something to help me out that I couldn't see on until I played it back. Whether it was standing too far away with the driver, whether it was breaking my wrist too early, whatever it was, thank you guys. Those are huge helps. And you know, I wish I could really sit down, and maybe over the winter I'll sit down and walk through an entire method and actually sit down and take the lessons. But with the time being, I at least wanted to give you guys some options. So I think I've rambled on enough. I think I've given you guys some options. Again, if you have any questions on those 3 methods, reach out, let me know. I've got some great things in the works. Something else a lot of guys have been asking for. I think I've made the connection. I think I will have something coming here in the next few weeks that you guys should really be on the lookout for. And I'll give some hints as it happens. So make sure you're following me on Instagram or Facebook at Single Length School, over on Twitter at One Length School, because I will drop some hints on what's happening there. And again, guys, do me a favor, hit the subscribe button down below, hit the notifications bell. You know, a month and a half ago, we just did a 500 subscriber video. We are so close to 700 now, and it's only growing faster. So thanks everybody for watching, for subscribing, for reaching out. Anything I can do to help, I'm more than happy to do so. And again, guys, keep subscribing. I'll see you in the fairways, and I'll talk to you next week.